And today we have a video by Omizi titled "This Plaqueboymax situation is just sad." So I ain't gonna lie, I don't know a lot about Plaqueboymax, right? But I mean, I do know he got a diva tattoo, right on his ribcage type shit, right? So there's that about that. But it seems like OJ pressed him, for all the shit he's doing, and I think he cried, but we're gonna see what happened down below. And then, by the way, do like, share, subscribe. Well, subscribe is very important, and comment down below what you feel about this situation. And stick to at least the halfway of this video, so you know it can be good. But then, yeah, let's see what we have today.
You're a diva. Why you wanna be a diva? Why you wanna be a diva? You're a demon. You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church.
Lie, chill. See, check this out.
You're a diva. Why you wanna be a diva? Why you wanna be a diva? You're a demon. You need holy oil.
Yeah, you see, so that's.
Why you wanna be a diva? You're a demon.
Cause yeah, that's quick change. The smart is changing everything, man. I don't know, bro. It's what it is.
You need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church bath and cleanse your body. I think you are confused. I think you need some guidance. I think your parents feel a little way about that.
Okay, I'm ready for this one. Streamer University is the first time that a lot of these streamers have been able to run across each other. People that are supposed to be considered peers are able to address and confront all of the feelings and things that they've had about their compadres in the industry. It's also a time to get off a clip farm in and of it all, but we can talk about that at a little later of a time. But streamer OJ Suave, or I'm hoping that's how you pronounce his name, homophobic laden rant that he gave to Plaqueboymax really was weird to me. It struck a nerve. Mind you, there are a bunch of streamers on this campus, so you're not gonna get too many opportunities to say what you want to say. And OJ took the time to talk about holy oil, parents, disappointment in Plaqueboymax, and him selling his soul. Now, naturally, Plaqueboymax was emotional about this confrontation, and for what it's worth, I think that this is the jumping off point for a good conversation about streamer mental health, how nobody really gives a damn, and how there are so many underlying issues in the streaming community as a whole. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go along. Now, back into the video.
Are you gonna tell your son that you are a diva? That is an abomination, Max. I am not proud of you. I am proud of everything else you did. Nominations, changing the game, changing your skin to Baki diva. Diva start with D. Diddy.
To say that this clip was weird would honestly be an understatement, especially when you consume all 3 minutes of the rant. It's pretty hard to digest because it just drug on for too long. Plaqueboymax approached OJ not in a way of confrontation, but a way of complimenting him. This was right after the Streamer University fashion show, and as two fashion guys on the streaming side of the internet, it would make sense for them to have at least some sort of moment. And apparently they do go way back. And instead of, I don't know, maybe meeting Max's good energy with your good energy, OJ decided to go on to this.
I ain't gonna lie. So, right. I ain't gonna talk about what OJ did, right? Because he did what he did. But I feel like it would have been better if he just, just met him up on like some personal shit, right? And talk to him personally, not in front of cameras and everyone's seeing what you're saying type shit, right? You should have just kept it low key and like just talked in person instead of everyone finding out. And that's kind of weird. But like, yeah.
Long, and I do mean long, rant about how Max being a diva was disappointing to his family, his fans, his identity. He was a sellout. How was he going to be able to face his kid? Literally used the words abomination and all this other stuff like that. It's crazy. And Max brushed this off in the beginning because, hey, we're doing this on camera. For the most part, streamer rules go, if it's on camera, it's supposed to be lighthearted. We're not having real serious conversations, but OJ decided to double down in it.
When you keep pushing that barrier and time passes, what happens? What next? Don't lose yourself, don't sell your soul, Max. They want your soul. You change the game. Don't sell your soul. You know I have a soul. You know I don't hold my tongue.
It got spiritual. We started calling it demonic and all these other things. And what clearly felt like a private conversation was held online. OJ accused Max of being confused, pushing a fake person, chasing clips and engagement, disappointing his parents, all these different things. And on the back end of it, he praised Max's talents, saying that he didn't need a persona only to make people happy and enjoy him and all of these things like that, which may be OJ's intended message in it of it all, but it didn't need to come in this homophobic laden rant that OJ decided to get off on stream. Part of what's strange in this to me is that he's claiming that he's coming to Max in a genuine perspective, but you can see that it's not being received well. Max looks totally uncomfortable as this big Jamaican man towers over him and is berating him about the lifestyle choices that he made, saying things like demonic, saying things like his parents would be disappointed, even if they were friends, which I
ain't gonna lie. So the thing is, right, I don't know what type of friendship they had before, you know, this situation happened, but I mean, what OJ is saying, well, me personally, I feel like apart from the demonic parts, well, I'm Nigerian, so I mean, yeah, we don't take that shit lightly. But apart from that demonic part, right? Like everyone is entitled to their opinion, and OJ said that. He said that, so I don't have anything with him saying that. But what I have a problem with is with him like saying that in front of people, like on live, like on air. That's the only problem I have with what he said, because he's entitled to his opinion, right? Everyone can, you know, say what they want to say, right? So I just feel like he shouldn't have said those words or those things he said, right, on air. I just feel like that was just not it. Yeah.
really think that they are. That's probably not the best way to go about doing that. I don't know. Now, eventually, Plaqueboymax would get tired of this and would remove himself from the situation and walk away. But what happened after this showed how Max felt about the whole interaction. It wasn't some sort of joke. He took this pretty doggone seriously.
I'm gonna end my stream. I don't really want to chill with niggas. I want to just chill. I've been streaming this whole time.
The whole interaction between OJ ranting at him and then Plaqueboymax delivering this message lasted about 7-ish minutes in total view time. And at no point in that did Max use any of that to turn this into some sort of content. He left his stream earlier than he planned. And I think that matters because normally Max knows how to improv. That's what streaming is about, taking a bad situation and flipping it into a good one. This time, he appeared to be emotionally exhausted. Max explained that he was tired of people creating these fake narratives about him because of how he expresses himself. People regularly use his fashion, his mannerisms, his tattoos, his personality, his emotional openness, and turn those things into an assumption about his identity or authenticity, and more importantly, his sexuality.
This is me, nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I might be a little weird, bro. I might test some shit. Niggas get cold, bro. Think I'm gay. I don't give a fuck. What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. Y'all niggas is whack. You're corny. And you just think how the next nigga think. You don't have your own mind, bro. That shit whack. But I'm gonna be myself, regardless. None of y'all niggas fucking with me. I don't care.
And OJ's comments repeated many of those accusations directly to Max's face. Max, once again, was told that he was playing some sort of character rather than simply expressing himself. His reaction was therefore not only about what happened during those 3 minutes, it represented the exhaustion of repeatedly being faced with this sort of criticism about the way that he has been portraying himself on social media. And I think that all of this is extremely funny because this is happening while at a Kai Cenat sponsored event who went through some of the same things as he was going through changes. And most people and streamers stood up for him, but I guess because the change wasn't necessarily about or could be questioning his sexual identity and preferences, it goes a little bit different. I just find it strange that people defended Kai in these moments, but don't also defend Max in these same exact moments of going through this great change in life. And this didn't ring off with a lot of people. Let me be extremely clear. Once the campus saw how this interaction affected Max, they began confronting OJ about it, and rightfully so.
Max was so excited to see OJ and was like, yo, you're fit hard. Well, he went in on him, gang. Max got quiet. He been happy this entire time. And then he started crying, gang.
Nigga, I had on the wig today. I ain't gonna lie, bro, you gotta let people do what they wanna do. What the fuck? You don't get nothing out of telling nigga what he can do or can't do.
As soon as I start leaving, I see Max start crying. People making fun of other people. I don't like that. I'm 5-star, nigga. This is university. We all supposed to be coming together. I'm on my way. Max, spurt that that stream, man.
Kai openly said he did not enjoy or like how OJ had this conversation with a happy Plaqueboymax. Khalil and DDG came to his defense. The core boys described OJ's interactions as weird. And there's so many things wrong with the way that he went about doing this. Let's say that OJ actually did feel like these things were an issue with Plaqueboymax. It seems as though they have more of a line of communication than you or I would. So let's reach out. Let's have a private conversation and maybe we can come to a better understanding. But to do this long, drawn out, 3-minute rant about this situation to somebody who is visibly uncomfortable about the things that you are saying is really, really odd and really, really strange. Not to mention the homophobic piece of it all. But what makes this worse to me is that OJ didn't just miss the mark one time and then, you know, say that, hey, my bad, I fucked up, I probably can go back and do it better. When he was confronted about these situations, how he stood in the fire to me really got under my skin.
You went up to him, exactly.
Yeah.
So you bullied him first, right?
Okay, are we gonna have a conversation here, or are you gonna walk to me and walk away? Because I'm a person with multiple perspectives.
Okay,
So
well, there could be multiple perspectives, but you still don't disrespect somebody like that. At the end of the day, that's still highly rude. If you got a problem, keep it to yourself, boo. If you don't respect nobody, then you don't get respect for yourself.
Oh, Max walked away from me.
He walked away from you because he felt uncomfortable with you. Obviously,
Okay,
you
but
coming
I'm a
up there
person,
pressing
I'm a
him.
human being
Okay,
on
you're
the
a human
camera.
being bullying other human beings
You
over
perceive
somebody that
it
didn't
as
do nothing.
bullying.
He's going to the club. What the fuck do the club got to do with him doing this and that, doing this and that?
Perceive it as bullying. Max walked away. If Max felt away, I've been knew Max. Max was one of the first streamers I knew. I feel like as a person to a person, if you feel away about something, you enlighten me. You don't walk away. Everybody talks about streaming. This, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm just talking to them.
Now, OJ is 1,000% wrong. And not because he's arguing with Wardrobe, who is like 17. And I think that Wardrobe has a little bit more invested into this conversation because he has more skin in the game than the average person coming to defend Max. But claiming he's not bullying Max based off of his...
Now, well, this guy's definitely gay, though, right? It's not this guy's definitely gay. I don't know about Max because I think Max swings both ways, but this guy here is definitely, it's definitely gay.
own perception is probably what a bully would do, to be quite honest with you. Hey, I'm not being mean to you. That's just something that you perceive. How can you make that judgment about if you are being mean or bullying somebody as the one that is administering the meanness or the bullyingness? You're telling them how they should basically receive your words and how they should feel. That's silly. That's crazy. I don't even understand that concept. It's that gaslighting from that old world is crazy. And then two, to make it seem as though, hey, I was having a conversation with Max when you sat there for 3 straight minutes and talk to him uninterrupted. A conversation, by definition, is an interactive, informal exchange of thoughts, ideas, feelings, or information between 2 or more people. Unlike rigid lectures or transactional directives, it relies on spontaneous, mutual participation to build social connections and share perspectives. The problem with what OJ did is that it was one-sided. It was more of the lecture, like this definition or any other definition, whether it be by a dictionary or lay would say, it requires 2 people to be talking. You were talking at him. You were lecturing him about the things that he was doing being wrong and disappointing him. This wasn't a sharing of ideas or perspective. So don't get mad after, or don't then spin it after 3 minutes of talking directly at somebody about all the things that they were doing, how it's demonic, not a joke, how they needed to be bathed in holy oil, not a joke. I don't understand how this is some sort of conversation.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So the thing about being African, right? Because I know this, a lot of the guys here are African American, so they don't really know a lot about like African culture and everything, right? So if you're from Africa, this gay stuff, being gay, all this stuff is definitely demonic. Well, I'm from Nigeria. We all say that you're being gay, you're demonic, bro. So you're demonic, and him saying that is just what everyone says in Africa, and it's true back home, right? You're demonic, definitely, right? That's what they say back home. But so I came to Canada, right? So I came to Canada and I've been seeing all these things that have been going on right here, and I come to the understanding that I'm definitely not gay, right? But I don't have anything against you doing what you want to do to yourself, right? That's just it. You can do whatever you want to do to your body. You can do whatever you want to do to yourself. You can do whatever. It doesn't concern me, right? As long as you just don't come and start pushing it all over my face, I'm good with all that stuff, right? So that's my perspective on all this gay thing, right? So, because I personally, I'm from a Christian family, right? So this gay stuff is definitely demonic, from the Bible and everything like that. And that's what the Bible teaches us, right? So it's definitely not good. But what I'm trying to say is you should have worded it in a different way. And because I'm saying this as an African, right? Because this is how we are raised up. So I definitely know what he's trying to say, but I felt like because he knows that this is a different country, so you have to kind of turn your words into like make it. Don't say how you feel. Just say like just little intervals and stuff like that, so the person can understand what you're trying to say, and don't just holler at him like bam, just like that, right? So the thing is, I don't have anything against what he said, right? Because like that's what we're taught in Africa, and that's like Christianity and everything like that. I don't have anything against what he said, but I feel like the way he went about it is bad. That's what I feel like. The way he went about it is bad, and he was just trying to express how he feels too, but he should have went about it a different way. That's my take on this. That's still my take on this. I haven't seen anything that happened that made me change my take. So yeah.
Let me come back down. And you would think that OJ would walk back this stance, put a pause in his thought process, and maybe go back and look at that interaction, reflect, maybe form a new opinion or methodology or method about going about doing these things after the interaction with Wardrobe. But no, as the night goes on, more people come up to him. And the way that he dances around these things, boy, he must have been on Dancing with the Stars before.
I say you're not a diva, you're a demon. That don't represent you. I said, Max, I'm proud of you. You doing your thing, Arena. Don't sell your soul. This not you. You don't gotta express yourself in that manner.
Yo, listen, they said that you lying, you call Max a demon?
Yeah, it's a demon. It's a diva demon.
He said,
but I'm saying it in a
because
Jamaican
he had
accent.
diva
Max,
on
Max,
him.
you're a demon.
Hell, even in that monologue by multiple people, it was exposed how he was, in the retelling of the tale, manipulating what
I ain't gonna lie though, but like, see, there's some things you can say in Africa that you definitely can't say in America, right? So like I said, our African culture, we see someone acting gay, you're a demon. That's it. There's no two ways about it. You're a demon, you have been possessed by the demon. They're the devil, bro. So that's how it is. But like when you come to America, you have to like, you can't say all those things, right? You have to, first of all, don't call anyone demon. That's very offensive, right? They're actually trying to figure out their thoughts, opinions about their sexuality and everything like that. So give them space. And if you want to talk to them privately and don't make it so like hard. You're pushing somebody. No, no, no. Take it easy, right? So I, of course, saying that to a black friend, well, back home, it's no problem. But like in America, you have to like, watch what you say and how you say it, right? So, you don't really, really ruffle some feathers. But I feel like you shouldn't have said you're demonic and everything like that, right?
he said to Max. He's out there trying to convince this group of people that him using words like demonic and calling Max specifically a demon and saying that he needed to be bathed in the holy oil as some sort of Jamaican humor. He also believed that he was giving Plaqueboymax some sort of genuine advice. This context that he was trying to provide was that he was not trying to tear Max down, but trying to build him back up to be the old person that he was. What, the 19-year-old Max who was screaming up and down on stream. However, the explanation does not change the interaction and how it was received by the person that you were trying to give this quote-unquote advice to. Max went totally silent, walked away, and ended his stream. Almost everyone around felt that they needed to defend.
And I feel like once you got the energy that Max is like, yeah, bro, like what you doing? You should have been like, yo, my bad, bro, my bad, and I just leave. But like he kept on going on and going on and going on, and like. And there were people recording him and everything, right? So that just made the whole situation worse, though. Like I can't lie, it just made the whole situation worse. But I mean, it's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is. But you see, Kai and DDG and Tyloo here. So I mean, if it was my man's, it'll probably hurt me though. I ain't gonna lie, it'll probably hurt me. But like, I mean, it happens sometimes, bro. It happens sometimes.
defend him, could clearly see what was wrong with this. But OJ's intent can explain his perspective, but the impact explains how everyone's reaction was. I think the hardest part was simply not that Max was misunderstood yet again. That was gonna happen. But it was where the misunderstanding came from.
Y'all don't give a fuck, bro. I might be a little weird, bro. I don't give a fuck. What's wrong with being gay? There's nothing wrong with that shit, bro. Y'all niggas is whack. You're corny. And you just think how the next nigga think. You don't have your own mind, bro. That shit whack. But I'ma be myself, regardless. None of y'all niggas fucking with me. I don't care. You might think that shit because you're closed-minded. But it's one love, bro. It's one love. It don't matter. Niggas gay, it don't matter. They straight. It don't matter, bro. Why don't we just love each other, bro? Fuck OJ. If you fuck with me, nigga, you said that shit off camera. You could've pulled me aside. I'd love to talk to you off camera. Why you saying that shit on camera?
For what it's worth, Max has dealt with internet speculations for years. Strangers have always been coming up to him, constantly questioning about who he is because he does not express himself in the way that the traditional male streamer would do. And we'll get into that in just 2 seconds. Do not worry. And don't get me wrong, online criticism is harmful still, but there's ultimately a distance between Plaqueboymax or X-Streamer and the anonymous accounts that are commenting on it. But this situation is different. OJ was another student standing directly in front of him. Max had approached him respectfully and appeared to view him as some sort of peer. Hearing those same narratives as someone who is supposed to be closely aligned with your thought processes, ideology, in an environment that is supposed to be about expression, because hell, that's what streaming and content creation is all about, kind of hits a little bit deeper. I'm not saying that Max is gay when I say this, but it's almost like going to the gay club and then getting called out for being gay. Like, damn, we can't be gay at the gay club. Where can we be gay? For what it's worth though, Streamer University has been like the best environment for Plaqueboymax and other streamers. It's been a place where they can create, build bonds, you know, support other creators, be accepted around most of the campus, and appear genuinely happy.
Y'all can hear me now? Wardrobe. Play your favorite song and then start. You got to read off people saying hey to you in your chat and say hey back. That's called a roll call.
Wait, excuse me.
The relationship that Plaqueboymax and his gay roommate Wardrobe has been very, very fun and entertaining to watch. But that's what makes this confrontation feel just much more disruptive. This is a space that has allowed Max to relax, enjoy himself, and suddenly it's become another place where he can have these confrontations and assumptions about who he is. And what makes it so strange to me, I hate playing this game, but I'm using this point to prove why this game is so stupid, why people shouldn't play it, all these different things like that. Assumptions only make an ass out of me and you. So when people are talking about what you look like and what you dress like and placing these narratives on you, ultimately the tables will turn because somebody can then make an assumption out of you or on you about what you were doing. OJ made this conversation surrounding Plaqueboymax where he was using his homophobic banter, and while doing so, he had barrettes in his hair, right? While doing so, he had colorful barrettes in his hair. He had these colorful wide-legged pants on with all these patches and swatches. And for what it's worth, if you just do a quick scroll on his social media pages, he dresses in a sense that I'm pretty sure, please, people in the comment section that can verify, the ancestors would question him a little bit. And trust me, over here at the Unemployed News Network, we do not care about any of that stuff. I believe personally, as a real Atlanta nigga, a real dressing nigga from Atlanta, if you don't get the gay accusations at least at one point in your life, then you've never really been dressing. Like, you've never really had the ability to put that shit on, right? You've never really experimented with your look. But that's just how treacherous
I ain't gonna lie. Nah. This fit is ass, bro. Can't lie. It's an ass fit, bro. Can't lie. Nah. This fit's ass. Objectively ass. Subjectively ass. I think it's ass. It's ass all the way around, bro. Nah. I don't fuck with this. I don't fuck with this fit at all.
Assumption game can go. And if you truly cared about somebody, I don't know, potentially selling their soul, because that could be a real deal concern, you wouldn't make content out of it all. And then when you have conversations later on about the same situation, you're claiming that everybody else is making content about it, but it's the same thing that you were doing. I really have a problem with this, y'all. I
ain't gonna lie. I personally feel like OJ wanted to say that. That's why he said it. But I feel like well, we all know that he might have, like, you know, wanted to make content out of it, right? Because he said it on stream. Unlike everyone found out about it, right? On stream. So I feel like he did want to make content about it. That's why I said it. But I feel like I feel like he's genuine, but it's not very genuine, right? Like, I feel like there's a monetization aspect around it, right? But my stance still stays the same. If he felt that way, he should have talk to him off stream. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing I have about this. What he did.
I don't know if y'all can tell.
So I'm present. Everybody that's contacted me or they eat dick. What can I do other than apologize if I wanted to? Niggas don't like me, they don't like me. But I'll apologize to somebody's face before, oh, chat, I'm so sorry, please forgive me and like me. Yeah, I'm God. You did some wild shit. Everybody here did some wild shit. You are a horrendous human being.
Yeah, your birthplace shit, man.
You are shit. You're a compressed emoji. Look at your nose.
I ain't gonna lie. This is unnecessary. This is very unnecessary. You're taking it to the, yeah. This is not needed at all. At all. Just take the L, bro, and just leave, bro. Like you look corny right now saying all this stuff, bro.
You're canceled, bitch.
Look at your
You're canceled, gang. You're canceled, gang. Bye, man.
Stuff the chicken in your mouth, boy.
Yeah, now he's trying to save face. God, that was tough. The thing about it is that Plaqueboymax was having a great time at Streamer University, Kai Cenat Streamer University. Kai Cenat, who just came off of a break from streaming because of all of the online assumptions and narratives and rhetoric and things that people were building up off of little to no information. And in fact, in his first stream back, he talked about, one, how those things impacted him, and then two, how he handled all these moments and how detrimental it was and how wrong these things were, etc., etc. He also acknowledged all the peers that helped him get through that moment. And so that's why I think it's just extremely weird that at Kai Cenat's event, his first event back from taking a long hiatus from streaming because of mental health being impacted by all the online narratives and rhetoric based off of his actions, you have OJ Suave coming to Streamer University and doing the same things that Kai Cenat said impacted his mental health to Plaqueboymax, but in real life on a deeper and grander scale. A peer, somebody who is also expressive with their clothing and their choice of words and all this other stuff like that. Again, an analogy expected only for furthering the point. You never expect to be called the homophobic slur at the gay club. Like, wow, mind blowing. And this is why I think this situation hits a little bit harder, is because one, it came from somebody who had a relationship with Max. They could have had this conversation offline. If this was truly plaguing him, there was a different way to approach this. But two, this isn't some online person saying X. This isn't some, hey, I'm out in the street and I can't control Y type of situation, like when he got ran up on in New York about his hair.
You don't talk to me like that no more. You got me mad with that. That's cool. I'm gonna do it again, then again, then again. And you gonna stay mad. You going up to a grown man telling him,
I ain't gonna lie. So, Umizi is my guy. Like I fuck with him a lot, right? A lot of things he says. And his take on everything he said today, I feel like I agree with him generally with everything he said, right? So I feel like OJ should have, if he felt that way, he should have just, taken it offline and, talked about it, but not saying it in front of the world it's a bad thing to do, but you know how it goes. Streamer University, everybody's lit, man. Take the L and go. But by the way, love you all. Comment down below what you feel about this video, and see you all later. I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably react to this channel though.
Whenever I want to give myself some sort of headache, I tap into.
I heard about the Jubilee stuff, online debates. Online debates. Alright, bet. Let's start. Hey guys, nah. And today we have a video by Umizi titled Jubilee's New Formats Exposed Online Debates. So I've seen some of their videos before, or the basketball videos, right? And I found them very, informative in a way. So I don't really have a lot of negative things to say about that. But it seems like they are doing, they're just exposing themselves, and we need to see what's going on. So just comment down below what you feel about this video, and subscribe, like, share, subscribe. You know how it goes. Let's dive right into the video. Let's go.
Whenever I want to give myself some sort of headache, I tap into one of our favorite platforms to cover on this channel, Jubilee.
So you want a 91% slavery people?
No.
Back there. So, but I'm giving an example. Thank you.
Wait, what she say?
Channel Jubilee.
So you want a 91% slavery people?
You're one of the 91% slavery people. Yeah. It's out the mud.
No.
Back there.
So, unfortunately,
but I'm giving an example. Thank you, Sebastian.
I don't think that's a valid question. That's not what we're talking about.
It's exactly what we're talking
No, it's not.
Maybe you're misunderstanding my point then. I'm making the argument that capitalism is the most perfect system we have out of any other market.
Over 90% of doctors got vaccinated. There's no epidemic of doctors having negative outcomes, dying at alarming rates.
There's saline shots as well. There was a doctor in Australia that came forth and said that at least 10% of the vaccines that were going out were saline shots.
Dr. Google bullshit. They want medical treatment, but they don't want medical advice. What the actual are we doing?
Yeah, I know, and we'll keep trying.
Now, the reason why I want to give myself a headache, I may not know. That's something for my psychiatrist to figure out. Trust me, we're working on it. But I did figure out why Jubilee is giving us a headache collectively as a community. And that's because they allow the participants of their shows, Middle Ground and other, to just spew utter nonsense.
Don Lemon just told illegal brown people to grab guns so they can shoot ICE agents when they show up at their door.
He said that you should have a weapon in your house. Don't you support the Second Amendment?
Not for illegal immigrants.
Okay, he was talking about citizens because he said they're arresting and detaining citizens. So if you watch that clip, he was saying citizens.
Black people, brown people, go out and get a gun legally, because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away without due process as a citizen, isn't that what the Second Amendment was written for?
But their new platform and their new format may have solved the headache problem for us as a community. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go the nonsense that I spew on this platform, or good stuff. I don't know. Just subscribe. I want you here. I want you to be part of the community. Now, back into the video. Jubilee claims to be this platform that allows people to share their different perspectives, their different viewpoints, and maybe come to some sort of middle ground, no pun intended. But the problem for the platform that has always existed is that it allows two people to say things as if they are factual without somebody interrupting, disrupting, checking them in real time. Even when the information is misleading, the debate normally continues on because somebody doesn't know what's going on, or that's not necessarily a part of the gaming format. And later down the line, they might get fact checked in the comments section, or, based off of somebody doing that. Will have one vote wins, and only they were reading the comments in it as opposed to receive. This new format. This new format is extremely refreshing.
If I live in New York City, okay, and I'm paying a certain tax rate, what I'm getting in return for that is better education, right? I'm getting safer roads. I'm getting fact check. Jake, you pressed your button. What would you like to fact check?
I'd like to fact check her comment about education. New York does not have better education because of their taxes.
All right, fact checkers, do your thing. All right, the verdict is in. Z, you claim that New York City has better education standards than red states because of taxes. The fact checkers have determined that to be false. New York City ranks middle percentile in education, not a leader of the pack among states.
You see, now with this new platform, Jubilee is asking participants to, think before they use exaggerated stats, misleading headlines, or information they saw on some random post, or maybe even some information that they want to use to guide a narrative. Being factually wrong now has consequences in the debate itself, no longer to be determined by people who are just social media viewers or experts in the space. The show is aiming at attempting to make accountability a part of the entertainment. And I think that's fantastic. But introducing fact checking also reveals that misinformation is not the only thing ruining online conversations.
So Jubilee did this new style of video, which I actually thought was pretty neat. You have two people debating a certain topic, and then you have three people on each side, liberals versus conservatives. And any single time one of these people make a claim they think is false, they can hit the button, and then fact checkers will fact check it. Now in this episode, it got a little heated among the fact checkers because one of the fact checkers didn't want to actually do fact checking. They want to just give their opinion. And Jubilee ends up kicking them off the set.
Their due process rights stripped, in some places sent to a foreign prison in El Salvador with President Bukele, who is a dictator, overseeing CCOT, which is very specifically a prison where they claim that you will not leave alive. That is the claim of El Salvador's government. That is Gilmar Rego Garcia, their violation of due process.
Pause for a moment. What is the claim that you want fact checked?
That Bukele, the president of El Salvador, is an explicit dictator.
Right.
I didn't say
fact checkers, do your job.
I said dictator. It's explicit. Yeah.
Explicit.
Oh, I want to fact check that. It's fine. So there's... You're unfair.
What happened?
Sorry, what happened? Your guys have to give your response. What's true?
That he's a dictator?
Yeah, that's what she's actually So the fact checker left because she wasn't allowed to give a true rating for that claim.
So the fact checkers are supposed to stay silent and not make reactions and just do their job?
One of the participants on the show, Walton, requested a fact check because he believed that what the opposing side said needed to be verified, which is how the show goes. I think everybody was on board for this. Nothing really shocking there. But what was shocking was that instead of doing research about the claim and presenting it for what it is, the relevant information factually, the Jubilee employee began giving their own opinion off on the side. Like they were way out here giving their own opinion on the subject matter. The moment is important because it shows a couple of different things. One, this person is no longer operating as a pure fact checker. They are participating in the debate in and of itself, which, the issue is not whether the employee's opinion was right or wrong. The issue is that their personal interpretation was being presented as a position of authority. And this is exactly what happens across social media all of the time. People claim that they're correcting misinformation or disinformation, but ultimately,
I ain't gonna lie. So, my take on what he said, right? Everything that he has said so far is, when it comes to politics, when it comes to like government and everything, right? A lot of people just get that information from like blogs, news networks, and those networks have their own agenda they're pushing, right? So once you read those, like, their articles, right? You kind of get brainwashed and you kind of, start thinking the way they think. But what I realized is that a lot of people don't actually like do their research themselves because number one is stressful. Number two, they don't really care about all that. And if they did care about all that like that, they would do their research, So they don't really care about or what they're saying. A lot of people, same thing in basketball takes too though. A lot of guys just watch YouTube videos and think, right, they're a basketballer, they can say some shit, they can talk about this thing, that no. You have to have been watching the game for a while. You have to have been, studying the game, knowing the, plays and everything, right? Before you can like call yourself a true basketballer and everything like that. Or a basketball player. Excuse me. That's what I'm trying to say though, right? That a lot of guys nowadays, because hate is engagement. When you're angry and you comment, it's engagement. So the people that have these networks, they know that. So that's why they're trying to give out outlandish takes so you can farm engagement. That's the whole point. The angry you are, the more you comment, the more money they get. It's that simple. So, whenever you have a problem, just ask where the money goes. Once you find where the money goes, you usually have the reason behind what's happening.
they're selecting evidence that only supports a claim that they already believe. Their bias is showing. Two people can look at the same event, use different sources, and both claim the facts are completely on their side. The new format exposes how difficult it is to separate information from interpretation. A statistic may be correct, but the conclusion that is attached to it may be misleading. A statement may contain some truth while leaving out the context that can completely change the entire meaning of it all. And a fact checker can provide accurate information while still allowing for personal bias to shape how the information is being presented. This is why, even though I do think that this new platform and format is generational, it's about to do numbers. I'm not gonna lie, it's about to do numbers. Better conversations require more than just simply placing a fact checker in the room.
I refuse to embrace a victim mentality because that's not what our grandparents and Harriet Tubman and those people fought for. They fought for equal opportunity.
Do not bring up Harriet Tubman's name in vain, baby, please.
They said the Lord's name in vain. The Lord's name.
Harriet Tubman was literally saving her family and others from slavery.
You know who helped her? White people.
You know who helped her?
They were on the Underground Railroad.
No, you know who helped her?
Come on in.
No, you know who helped her?
God and
people who benefit from white supremacy. One of the things
it's a lie. White supremacy is a lie.
No, sir,
it's
that's simply not true. If that were not the case, then we wouldn't see the continued effort of colonialism and white people placing themselves in positions of power when they do not have the power.
Because their culture. Black culture is toxic.
This has been my problem with Jubilee's.
Is that black culture is toxic? Nah. I ain't gonna lie. So the thing is, all I'm trying to say is, right, everyone knows that white supremacy is a thing, right? So the fact that he's saying that in such a way and so like, so proud about saying, yeah, no such thing as white supremacy. He knows that's true. He knows it's true though. He's just trying to like, I don't know. He's trying to make a point, but like the point is not given. So he's trying to find the ways like to make the point make sense. But like, doesn't understand that all the other ways he's trying to find are quite stupid, right? They don't make sense, but
formats,
Yeah,
and
top
not inherently
answers.
Jubilee's formats, because I think that they've been trying to get to some sort of commonplace, but the social mediaification of all of this debate, bro, content stuff that we've been seeing over the past year. Social media rewards the emotional version of a moment. A calm explanation rarely spreads as quickly as somebody who ultimately ends up being embarrassed, interrupted, or proven wrong. And not to mention the little jabs that people love to get in on these debates when they do have them. This encourages people to exaggerate points, say things that they know aren't 100% true, or require some sort of context behind all of it. Participants aren't always trying to understand the opposing argument. They are literally searching for the one mistake in these arguments so they can use it to discredit everything that somebody else said. And because of social media, we have to remember these people are doing this in an attempt to go viral.
I frankly don't care being called.
I didn't say that. I didn't actually say that. I said, are you a fan of the?
Well, they persecuted the church a little bit. I'm not a fan of that. But
what about the persecution of the Jews?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
But you don't condemn the persecution of the Jews?
I think that there was a little bit of persecution.
We may have to rename the show because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am. Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone is on this. Because you know that millions of people are going to be watching you on YouTube and checking out who the fascists are.
I'm not ashamed of that whatsoever.
No, clearly you're not.
Fact checking can help stop the obvious misinformation, but it can't automatically remove the political biases, selective framing, or bad faith interpretations that go on when we have these debates. Someone can technically, due to framing and stuff like that, avoid making a false statement while still creating a completely misleading argument. And you see, that's what makes the Jubilee format so interesting. It forces people to defend their claims, but it also reveals that truth is not always as simple as a green check or a red X. The format is at strongest when, you can have more precise conversations. And it becomes more dangerous when we're acting as if it's just one person is right, one person is wrong. This person is being truthful, this person is being completely dishonest. Jubilee's new format is acting like my Tylenol or my Advil. And please, you anti-pharma people, please don't get in my comment section. But it's adding something that's been desperately needed to the online debate conversation space. Consequences and repercussions for spreading misinformation, disinformation, misleading people, and just quoting factually incorrect things. You can no longer say something that you saw online. You can no longer push narratives and beliefs that you believe, even though you've been presented with a bunch of things to go against that. You can no longer just say whatever you want to say in an attempt to get a win in an argument that may have actual impacts on people's lives. Then have the nerve to act as if everyone should just accept it without question is just the most insane thing in the world. But the format also shows that fact checking alone cannot fix debate culture. Because the problem isn't that people just lie, but it's also that people misunderstand the information, remove the context, and allow their own biases to determine what facts are. Now, even if it means the people that are supposed to be there correcting the information are doing it, it's quite disgusting. So the value of Jubilee's new format is that it is not that it can officially determine who is right about every issue. It's that it enforces everyone involved, including the participants, the fact checkers, the audience, to confront how unreliable online conversations have become in 2026. The internet does not only just have a misinformation problem, but it has a problem with people using this information to confirm what they already believed in.
Yeah. So that's his take on this, and that's why I personally feel that they say about right, left, politics and everything. I feel like, well, personally, I'm neither right nor left because I feel like everyone, they all up there. I'm pretty sure they're friends, right? They're all playing us. Like, look at this poor suckers down below fighting for us. So that's my take on that. All of what he said, damn. All of what he said. So just comment down below what you feel about everything you just said right now, and whether or not you like my take on everything I've reacted to today. And see you all later. Let's see what else I can react to. Let's see what else I can react to. I ain't gonna lie. I might do this for about 2 more hours, bro. I'm gonna call the videos, then post it on two other channels. I'm gonna link my other channels down below so y'all can check it out and everything like that. Because I don't think I'm gonna stay on this channel forever. You know. Let's see what we have today. What do we have? What do we have? I would have loved to react to Young Don. I'd like to see his take on, you know, the stop acting gay stuff. I'll probably just watch it when I'm done though. Probably. Let's go.
It feels like every single year people find a new way to bash and complain about.
Yeah,
It feels.
What's up? Yeah. What's good, what's poppin', and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a video by Omizi titled "DreamCon was nothing like the internet said." How you spell said? Yeah, said. So, I don't know all about DreamCon, but my favorite YouTuber, Astro Dior, you know, he put me on. Well, he didn't put me on, but like I've been watching him, right? So I started YouTube because of him. Because I really fuck with what he does and everything. You all should go check him out. He's a really good YouTuber. So he went to DreamCon, right? And he was talking about everything about DreamCon. So I know a bit about what DreamCon is about, but I'm not gonna, spoil everything for you guys. Let's just see what Omizi has to say for us today. And by the way, comment down below what you feel about this reaction, how I can improve the video, and subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe. Let's see what we have today.
Feels like every single year people find a new way to bash and complain about DreamCon. But I will say this year felt a little bit different. Instead of people who attended mainly complaining about the lines or the VIP system, we have people from outside the club mad because they couldn't even get in.
I'd probably never go to DreamCon. It seems like the whole thing is just for RDC and fans of RDC World. And I don't necessarily dislike them. I'm not a fan of that Jamal stuff they do and painting black people in a bad light, especially since like 2/5 of them aren't even black. But I think the whole convention is kind of just centered around them.
DreamCon literally is the definition of you just had to be there. Because if you only looked at the viral clips,
My slogan. If you die, you die.
Can I see you as my crush?
What the f just happened? What the f just happened?
Teddy for
you think DreamCon was utter chaos, but that does not tell the story. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go up meet up. I will have my own panel. I'll do all these big things. We gotta get the subscribers here first. People that will be a part of O-Block clips. And the online version of DreamCon was defined by a handful of those viral clips. Ones that were filled with chaos, ones that were filled with what the f moments, and just, some strange clips that kind of had people questioning, what is this convention? But for the most part, I think that a lot of this stuff and conversations around DreamCon are super duper overblown. Hell, I even hate the moniker of CreamCon or FreakCon or whatever the kids is calling it these days. Every convention has these things. This Twitter user says DragonCon, majority white and largest con in the Southeast, has literal blanks and schmex parties with Discord servers and secret passwords to get in the hotel rooms, or even find out which hotels they're in. LMAO, DreamCon nowhere near freaked out as the YT folks. And every event, moment, thing looks chaotic and crazy if you're only consuming it by the Twitter clips. And while there were some bad apples in the bunch, I can't not acknowledge that, I don't think that this should let people sway their opinions on the convention. A lot of these things were due to timing, not so great people, lack of judgment, and just people trying to go viral. Most of the viral clips surrounding DreamCon remove any sort of context, and people online started judging the convention from 30 seconds. But for somebody like me, I would say the exact opposite thing. As someone who attended the convention, I met some of the greatest people in the world. Some people that are a part of this community, some people that are a part of other communities. And while I do see a lot of the nonsense that may make people upset about DreamCon, I think that pales in comparisons to my IRL experience with convention goers. And so this is why when I saw this Twitter user's criticism of DreamCon, I just had to shake my head because I truly didn't understand what this person was talking about.
I'd probably never go to DreamCon. It seems like the whole thing is just for RDC and fans of RDC World. And I don't necessarily dislike them. I'm not a fan of that Jamal stuff they do and painting black people in a bad light, especially.
I want to go check something out though. I don't know if you pay to go to DreamCon. Do you pay to go to DreamCon? Yes, you have to pay to go to DreamCon. You have to get an admission ticket. We do call it badge, about $150. Damn. while single day batches cost between 60 and 75. I mean, so it's not. So you pay to get into DreamCon. Actually, I didn't know about that, but I mean, it's not bad though. It's not bad at all. Yeah, not bad at all, bro. Let's continue the vid.
It's like 2/5 of them aren't even black. But I think the whole convention is kind of just centered around them.
Let me go ahead and put my RDC cape on. First of all, this is speaking from the perspective of one creator to another creator. I don't think that the convention is just about RDC World. Hell, I would argue that a decent majority of people in 2026 that are going to DreamCon aren't even necessarily interested in one specific creator anymore. And by that, I mean, they're not going there specifically to see Desmond or Leland or Duke Dennis or Agent or whoever the case may be. They're there for the whole experience, for the whole environment. And for what it's worth, again, speaking from a creator to another creator, that's an opportunity for you to have a meet and greet or connect with some people that consume your content. Think about it this way. I'm Omizi. I've been on YouTube for the past 5 years or so at this point, and I've amassed a great amount of subscribers and a great amount of following, but I am not to the level and to the point where people would be willing to pay, I don't know, thousands of dollars to come and visit just me at a meetup at a Hilton Head. But if there were one centralized event where multiple creators could come and meet their people, experience the convention, all this other stuff, yeah, people would be more inclined to come. And the added bonus is Omizi will be there. And that could have been you if you weren't just a dickhead. It's almost like you robbed your community of an experience that they could have had because you want to be high and mighty.
Now, originally I was under the impression that it was just like a black thing. Hey, this is TwitchCon, but with black people. That immediately piqued my interest. But as I looked more into it, I saw that there was no opportunities present, and that wasn't the case. See, when I go to TwitchCon, it's presented by AT&T, Capcom, Chevron, Samsung, G Fuel, GamerSubs, Elgato. There's monetary opportunities, business, and brands that you can literally walk up to and say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, I'd love to work with. That's not a DreamCon.
Yeah, this brother still doesn't get it. Now, would I say that I looked at DreamCon or other content creators looked at DreamCon as some sort of cash grab? Probably not, right? It was more of a fan engagement experience, an opportunity to collaborate and network with other content creators and streamers in order to build up a brand and a presence and ultimately grow your community. But with that being said, though, I mean, it's just a flat out lie that there weren't brands and sponsors there. The official DreamCon page had to tweet out how many sponsors there, and the names are limitless. Not to mention the small brands that filled the event hall that gave people opportunities to, I don't know, wear their clothes or be sponsored by them if the fit was there. So this is just a flat out lie as well.
All in all, it kind of just looks like a money grab for RDC, and that's okay. If people are willing to pay for that to see you, abuse it as you please. Everything and anything I've ever seen is like, hey, we're up here on the big stage, metaphorically. It's us, RDC World, and y'all are down there. Y'all are the fans. Y'all came to see us. I think the biggest and best part about DreamCon is the people, the cosplayers, the people walking around, the fans. Those are the reason to go to DreamCon. But if you're not a person with 1 million+ followers and you're not a fan of RDC World, I don't really see the reason to go.
I don't want to make this into this whole creator advice type video, but this is definitely where I think that he misses the mark. As a small creator, this is definitely the opportunity for you to get your name out there, spread the word of what you are doing, why people should follow you, etc., etc. I was invited into the YouTube lounge while I was at the DreamCon event, and there were so many people that I saw there, big, smaller, and different, that ultimately people networked and collabed with. And then it helps you ultimately grow your following. People were reviewing people's channels, you were getting YouTube advice, all of that stuff. This person seems so short-sighted, and in some of the verbiage that he's using, it sounds like he's trying to slight RDC, which I think is useless and futile. DreamCon is filled with...
I ain't gonna lie, he definitely doesn't like RDC though. Like, he doesn't like RDC, so that's a fact about that. But like, even before Omiza said all these things, right? I already knew DreamCon was like a place to like meet up with like content creators and things like that. But I just didn't know like how they go about it, right? And the fact that I do know, and I'm not really on social media, or I'm not on social media at all, while he's on social media, and you know, it tells he's been blinded. But I mean, it's what it is. You should always look for opportunities, you know, to get yourself out there, talk to people, you know, spread the word about what you do and everything. No matter what you feel about the events, right? As long as they're not like trying to kill you or blatantly racist or, you know, those kind of things, right? You should always look forward to like spreading out what you do. So
With so many immaculate vibes, it's really hard to really respect the criticism that the young man was giving. But there is one crowd of people who were deemed as vibe ruiners. And of course, that's always the IRL streamers.
I don't be doing the anime shit. That shit weird. That anime shit weird. Okay, wait, why you I came to stream because hella people come and stream.
That was Cameron Levine, you know, Zach Levine's sister. Somebody who is an IRL streamer? I don't know. I thought she was the sister of a basketball player. But her words about DreamCon really struck a nerve to the entire community as a whole. The anime shit is weird, but here I am at an anime convention because I want to stream, while the anime community is saying that the IRL streamers are weird. Streaming at a convention isn't inherently a bad thing, but the problem is that when the creators overstep those boundaries and start making attendees who are, you know, seemingly, you know, not a part of the shits, the IRL content creation shits, into the content themselves. Some IRL streamers seem to chase attention and reactions. And we know that based off of the plethora of videos that I make throughout the course of the year talking about how, you know, this streamer went up to somebody on a park bench and did that, or they went into a store and did this. And for some reason, they feel as though conventions like this are the grand old time for me to get my shit off. Now, from my own observations, I do think that it has been worse in previous years, but that does not mean that we can escape some of the nonsense that happened this year.
My slogan. If you die, you die.
Can I see you as my crush?
You guys need to get banned.
What the f just happened?
Needs to get banned for sure. Needs to get banned.
You don't want to be on it?
No, okay.
Why? You got a girl. You got a girl. You're saying that. That's why. You don't want to be in 4K saying that's it. Tell them what you said behind the camera.
Yeah, you gotta tell the camera what you said. Whoa, 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 hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, put it down. You gotta put it down, 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 gang.
The lawsuit coming soon, but we gonna beat the case.
Y'all, I don't think you beat that one, gang. I don't think you beat that one.
He's saying the wrong name. Hold on, I'm about to ask him what he said. Now, what you just said?
I think you're a hoe.
Why you calling me a hoe?
Cause I just called out to you. I called him a hoe because I just called out to him.
Why you calling me a hoe, man? Don't do that,
Oh
gang.
no, I'm so sorry.
I ain't hear you, bro, but I heard when you said I'm a hoe, gang. Don't do that, gang. Don't do that, gang. I'm just saying, don't do that, gang. I ain't gonna call me a hoe, gang. Like, don't do that, gang.
You're not a hoe, bro.
Yeah, but don't do that. Don't do that, gang. Yeah, don't
I
do that.
respect Kyle.
We ain't doing that, then we ain't
I
gonna
respect Kyle.
I ain't gonna lie, this nigga looks like someone's bops, bro. Nigga looks like at least 35. At least 35, bro. Why you out here doing all this stuff, man?
We're good.
Let's do it, gang.
We're good. Can I get a picture or
Yeah,
something?
come on,
Yeah.
And I definitely don't condone those actions. Those types of actions that people were doing in the past at DreamCon, whether it be clapping cheeks on somebody's face or picking up people in a way that they didn't ask for, or even picking them up at all when they didn't ask for it, is the exact reason why DreamCon had to put up signs all across, and I do mean all across the convention hall. DreamCon welcomes responsible live streaming in all publicly accessible areas, but the privacy and safety of our attendees, staff, and guests comes first. Harassment, unwanted recordings, doxing, stalking, or interfering with anyone's experience is strictly prohibited. Any violation of these privacy rules will result in the immediate bag revocation, removal from the venue, and potential bans from future events. And for what it's worth, they were dead serious. I did see a calming down of the IRL streamers because of how serious they took this. I saw somebody get kicked out of the convention.
I don't be doing the anime shit. That shit weird. That anime shit weird.
Okay, wait, why you calling me?
I came to stream because hella people come and stream. I don't have, hey, listen, chat. Anybody that like that is cool, but I don't do that shit. They be all freaked out and shit and doing all that.
I was aware of actually a lot about DreamCon and that there is anime. I actually came up to a lot of people and asked about their costumes and everything and what they were wearing, who they were, because I'm not hip to stuff like that. And actually, my experience, I actually had a great time at DreamCon, talking to other people, other creators, people that had to do with the DreamCon stuff. I met a lot of people. There's a lot of good things. I did not come to DreamCon to take anybody's space away, to hate on anybody. I would never do that.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad you kind of backpedaled on that. Now, I don't think anybody should be kicking her back in. She had an ignorant ass take. It was stupid as fuck. We've already established that. But I think what she really exposed is that there is some sort of balance that can be had with IRL streamers, content creators, and the anime community that exists at DreamCon. Ultimately, it sounds like when she did experience the convention as a whole, she did end up having a good time. Not only did she get her content off, but it seems as though she found some sort of new love or respect, at least for the community at large. Hell, at least to the point where she doesn't feel the need to disrespect them by saying anime is lame. And she also laid out some things that she did that made the IRL streamers more palatable for those that think that IRL streamers are weird. Me personally, I did make content at the convention, but I did it in a very respectful way. Of course, I do have name face recognition, but I just asked people politely, hey, what do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about why? And are you okay with being on camera? Once they accept it and, you know, are willing participants of being on camera, then that's fine. Some people said no, and we didn't press, we didn't badger, we didn't, you know, continue to force the issue. A no means no. I say all that to say that I do think that there is a place and space for IRL streamers, content creators, the anime community, et cetera, to be at DreamCon. It's just about respecting one another's right to be there and understanding that you do and can coexist in a place and space. Those people that are complaining about the IRL streamers, sadly, you do have to get over it. I think RDC is doing a phenomenal job getting these entitled people out of there as much as possible, unless you're in India love.
I'm right here, but you don't have to touch me. But we can literally be right here. Sorry. Hey, buddy! Yeah, they're checking us out. Put it out. No, you doing too much now. You doing too much. Now put it out. No, you said it. He didn't say that. Don't make my job harder. Thank you,
I kid. The security was phenomenal. The policies were phenomenal. For the most part, they did a great job of regulating the night's events at every twist and turn, no matter how much somebody put some backlash on them. It's not like it was in past years where they were getting pressed left and right because they weren't doing their job, and then to make up for it, they overly did their job. Overall, I think that DreamCon isn't perfect by any stretch of the words. No convention is. There will always be awkward interactions, viral clips, there will always be criticisms, there will always be complaints. But when creators or people actually spend the weekend there, they kind of leave with a new perspective, and they say it's the best convention that they've ever attended. And I think that deserves way much more attention than any viral clip. This Twitter user makes an insane point. Somebody asked, what exactly is DreamCon all about? This person says, been to DreamCon twice, even met the woman in the video both times. It's literally a fun gathering catered towards Black anime, comic, and gaming fans. A lot goes on. Panels from popular artists, gaming tournaments, YouTube lounges, cosplay meetups, etc. It's a time. And I think that that's the best way to describe it. Ultimately, there's so much to do that two things can happen. One, you could find something to complain about. And to be honest with you, I think I would never want to be around you as a person in general. If you're going to be somebody who finds something to complain about in everything, then hey, brother, hey sister, I can't help you. But two, with so much going on, you can find so many things that are enjoyable about DreamCon. For me, it was the opportunity to meet friends that I connect with on social media only about one time a year. It's good to have the virtual connection, but I love to reach out and touch somebody. For two, it's good to see what's going on in the industry and get inspired by different ideas and things to make new videos on to share with you all. And three, it's to meet the people that supported me. I definitely would not be here without the support of my community. And, you know, I find myself having really great conversation and connection with a lot of people that watch the content, especially those that have been watching for a long time now. That's why I enjoy DreamCon. And as the years go by and RDC continues to tweak and develop different strategies and ideas for more people to enjoy themselves, those individual pockets of people who complain get louder and louder because there are so few of them. And that's...
I ain't gonna lie, so that's a good video about music, but like what you said though, like the bigger you get, the better you become. Like people are still gonna hate on you, so you have to take it regardless of whatever they say. So there's that about that. Shout out to Music though, I fuck with him a lot though. Reacted to 3 of his videos today, bro. Yeah, niggas good. See you all later. Just comment down below what you feel about everything I've said today. Let's get this out of here. I ain't gonna lie, I'm really tired of this. Tired, bro. How many videos do I need to react to today, bro? Can't lie. I'm probably just react to... Yeah, I'm gonna react to this Bill Gates daughter AI startup. I'm probably gonna react to this Gilbert Arenas too. But yeah, let's react to this.
This shopping app raised over
Definitely reacting to this right now, though, for sure. That's what's up. And today we have a video by. I told you titled Bill Gates' daughter's AI startup caught scamming. I know who Bill Gates is. I don't know who his daughter is, but apparently she has been caught scamming. Well, her AI startup has been caught scamming. I don't know what to think about this because I haven't watched the video, but let's see what Atozi has for us today. And by the way, like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what you feel about this video, how I can improve it, and your takes too on everything I've said today. So let's dive right into the video.
This shopping app raised over $40 million, attracted celebrity investors, and is now facing allegations that it took credit for sales it never actually earned. Sophia is one of those new shiny AI startups that promises to make shopping easier. You install it as a browser extension, you browse online like normal, and it's supposed to hunt down and lower prices, apply coupon codes at checkout, and even reward you with points that you can redeem for gift cards. Their slogan is literally never overpay again. And Fia was co-founded by Phoebe Gates, Bill Gates' 23-year-old daughter, alongside of her Stanford roommate, Sophia Kiani. But since launching the company last year, the company has raised more than $40 million from venture capital firms and celebrity investors like Hailey Bieber and Kim Kardashian and so on and so on. And also, a whole plethora of musicians. I mean, there's so many musicians that invested, it kind of looks like a Coachella artist announcement rather than some sort of like investment round announcement. But the app has reportedly been downloaded more than 1 million times, and for a while, it looked like it became one of the hottest AI shopping tools on the internet. But recently, all of that changed because an investigation from Bloomberg, backed by the testing of an independent researcher and even one of Fia's competitors, accused the company of something called cookie stuffing. And once you understand how this allegedly worked, you also understand why basically the entire marketing industry completely lost their minds over this all. So essentially, the easiest way to understand this is to forget about AI for a second and then just think about how the internet works. Because let's just say I spend 3 days writing a review on the best running shoes or something like that. Yep. You read my article, you click my link, and you buy a pair of running shoes. I didn't sell you those shoes directly, but because I convinced you to buy them, the shoemaker then pays me a small commission. That's called affiliate marketing. It's how review sites stay in business and how shopping guides make money and how, honestly, a lot of YouTubers make money as well, myself included. Essentially, as long as the product is good, everyone wins. The shopper gets a recommendation and the retailer gets a sale and the person who actually influenced the purchase gets paid. At least that's how it's supposed to work. According to Bloomberg's investigation, that wasn't always what was happening with Fia. So Bloomberg tested the extension across more than 50 different retailers, and they also relied on findings from affiliate marketing researcher Ben Edelman. And this guy's been investigating the industry for years, as well as testing from Capital One Shopping, which makes a competing browser extension. But essentially what they all found was that Fia's extension could insert its own affiliate tracking code during checkout, even if Fia hadn't actually been the reason that you ended up buying the product in the first place. And that's where this whole thing starts getting really messy. Basically, if you read a review on something, you head over to the retailer, you add it to your cart, and you get ready to check out, that's when Fia's browser extension could step in. And instead of just looking for coupon codes like you expected, the extension would open a background tab and insert Fia's own affiliate tracking code. So nothing about your shopping experience really changed. You still bought the exact same product, but you didn't discover it through Fia. And behind the scenes, the affiliate commission would end up going somewhere completely different, like allegedly to Fia, for example. But that's essentially what cookie stuffing is. And this might sound a little bit familiar because obviously Honey was outed for doing this a few years ago. But essentially, the term cookie stuffing is used to describe times when an affiliate tracking code is placed on someone's browser without that affiliate earning the referral. So in this case, critics allege that Fia was claiming credit for sales it didn't actually drive. So if that's true, the people losing out aren't actually the shoppers. They're the websites, journalists, creators, and publishers who actually convinced someone to make the purchase in the first place. And the biggest voice behind the allegations is the guy I mentioned earlier, Ben Edelman. And he spent decades studying affiliate marketing and online advertising, and he reviewed Fia's code and did his own testing. And he later published a detailed write-up explaining exactly what he found. So according to Edelman, this wasn't just Edelman. Maybe it's Edelman. Edelman or Edelman. Uh-oh. I'm gonna switch up to Edelman, so I've covered both bases now. But I'm slowly realizing we're overpaying for everything as of lately. Everything really just has become gamified, as Louis Rosman cleverly coined a while back, but wireless price today as well. Wireless experience 12-month. That's so just mentioned called the feature could enable coupon auto drop. And based on his testing, the feature could automatically trigger affiliate links without the user ever clicking an affiliate link themselves. And he also says the behavior was being controlled by the company's servers, meaning it could be turned on or off depending on things like what device someone was using. And this is where the story, I guess, takes another turn, because FIA told Bloomberg that a recent release of its code caused a problem, and the company worked overnight to fix it. But Edelman doesn't actually agree with that. So based on his report, he says the feature first appeared in the version of the app released in December 2025 and remained there for months. And he also argues that because the feature was intentionally implemented and given the name AutoDrop. So that's really the issue at the center of this whole thing. FIA says a software issue caused it and it's now been fixed. But then we have Edelman saying the evidence points to something way more planned out. Either way though, there's some massive backlash here because Impact.com suspended FIA's account over behavior it says violated its policies. And that's a pretty big deal because affiliate marketing runs on trust. Retailers have to trust that affiliates are only getting paid when they're actually earning a sale. Publishers have to trust that they spend hours writing reviews and convincing someone to buy something that they're not going to lose out on that affiliate commission. Especially not last second just because you do a check to see if there's any other coupons that could save you money. Essentially, what FIA is being accused of doing is exactly what Honey did. Because I feel like, obviously, if you remove the cookie stuffing, these apps aren't that bad. They essentially just help the consumer pay less money. But I guess certain players get greedy. Obviously, Honey was caught. FIA, their allegations right now kind of seems like they were caught, but it's all alleged for now. But obviously, when allegations like this pop up, you can't exactly just shrug it off and say, it's probably fine. But also, I will say one thing I did notice while looking into this mess is this isn't even the first time that FIA has faced questions about what its browser extension was doing behind the scenes. So late last year, Fortune reported that earlier versions of the extension were collecting way more browsing data than what they expected. So allegedly, this extension was sending copies of web pages users visited, including pages that could contain sensitive information like emails or bank account pages, all the way back to FIA's servers. So again, if that is true,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna watch this whole video, bro. Like, it's a lot of information. So basically, they were caught doing what Honey did, and she helped found the company, right? So, yeah, not too much going on right there, but you know, is what it is. See y'all later. Now I gotta react to this. What's the word now? I gotta react to this. What's the rest of this video?
And it's looking like we finally got some more updated information where Gilbert Arenas.
No, I'll probably react to the latency situation when I'm done with this, but like, yeah.
It's gonna. Okay, so in today's video, we got to talk about Gilbert Arenas sending a shot back at Rashad McCants. Now, Gilbert Arenas posted this video on his Instagram page.
I'll save everything to the lead.
Okay.
And today we have a video by Self Talks titled "Breaking Gilbert Arenas." Gilbert reveals Gilbert Arenas season 5 location with Nick Young and responds to Rashad McCants McDuck. So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. So Rashad is this is a sorry ass nigga at this point, bro. Kind of lie, but you know what it is, bro. The nigga's sorry, bro. He did this himself. He was on tap dancing. We saw how he was talking to Underdog before we found out that they cut him. Well, before they cut everyone on the team, including Skip Bayless. But I never trusted him. And I don't like the way people act because we definitely found out that he used to like duck out. He used to duck, what's the word now, workouts before the NBA drafts. You know, he's a funny guy, and that's what I'll say about him. I don't wanna say much more, but you know, Rashad McCants. Nah, I don't fuck with him.
So in today's video, we got to talk about Gilbert posted this video where Gilbert Arenas is going to bring Gil's Arena. So we all know Rashad McCants just recently came out in a Lou Williams interview, and he had dissed Gilbert Arenas. So let's check out that clip right here.
Let's hear it.
I'll say this because I don't want to be speaking for nobody because nobody has said.
Don't say nothing out of
nobody
out
but
of
Gil
class.
has said anything. Like, he's the only one going his own and be like, "This is what's happening." He always be doing that shit. But he like to save his own face.
Right.
That's him. He ain't trying to save everybody else.
Yeah.
But he'll save him. What's going on? I don't really talk to nobody. I don't really get into the semantics. All I know is Gil want to do his own shit.
Okay. So who left?
Mike
did Gil leave or did they kick Gil out?
You can't kick Gil out and we stay. That don't make no sense.
So Gil left.
Gil.
Yes or no? Don't start.
I feel like Gil be ducking me because I be tearing shit up. That's how I feel. I feel like I be tearing shit up and Gil can't handle that shit.
Wow.
I just wanted to post a little bit of that clip. I did a full video talking about that if you guys missed it. The link to that video should be down below in the comment section. So Rashad McCants had that to say about Gilbert Arenas. So today, Gilbert Arenas responded with this video. And as you can see, there's Nick Young in this video. Let's highlight this video because like I said, we got some new information on where Gil's Arena is going to be for season 5. Let's check out this clip right here. And if you can, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really does help support my YouTube channel. I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Look who showed up. I thought you was fired, huh? Thought you was fired, huh? What did I do?
Ocho Cinco.
Ocho crazy, man. You supposed to be fired, man. We don't want you no more. You go with McCants, man. You go with McCants, man. Your ass is cemetery.
Okay, so as you can see in that video clip, Gilbert Arenas was mocking, the underdog situation, saying, hey, man, I thought you was fired.
Gilbert, big dog. Gilbert, you hiring still? Hey, man, all that shit I said about you getting fired, man, it's water under the bridge. It never happened. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'm with you, baby. Hey, you still hiring, right? Cause ain't no jobs opportunity over here. They said, man, everybody gone. They fired the dog. You know the little dog Brandon used to bring? They told Brandon and that little dog to get up. McCants got fired with the whole underdog outfit on. I said, damn, they fired niggas as mascots.
Gilbert was talking about that, and then you obviously heard the sneak diss that he gave towards Rashad McCants, telling Nick Young, like, yo, I thought you was over there with those guys. And, McCants did all of that glazing to underdog, right?
I had to wear what I'm so proud to be wearing.
You guys don't understand, like, because this nigga right here, he acts like
giving us the opportunity.
I ain't gonna lie. Let me respond. This nigga right here, he acts like a clown, right? Well, he tries to go against the grain whenever they have a argument or whatever point they're trying to make, and he says that's why he's on the show, and I do believe him, but I feel like a lot of his takes are actually what he feels and not just him going against the flow. So I feel like that's who he is in real life, but he's trying to hide under that mask of is the show to avoid scrutiny. But that's by the way. This nigga has the underdog hat on. He has the underdog shirt on, bruh. This nigga usually wears a crown. He's the king, and he wears like a jersey, some type of shit right here too. So niggas glazing. Let's hear what he has to say for us today, bro.
Opportunity to be able to show and prove as the #1 sports show on the internet, YouTube, everywhere else. I just want to be able to.
He's sucking dick. Crazy.
Nah, fuck that. He said that, and they all know.
Oh shit.
Kenyan.
Oh shit. Almost.
Now he's gonna finish talking, and you're gonna hear what Rashad's gonna say when they all stop laughing.
Get their damn water everywhere.
I guess the gloves are off, Nick. I guess the gloves are off.
So like I was saying, Gilbert Arenas, I guess they found a new home for Gil's Arena season 5. And this is what Gilbert Arenas had wrote in that post. So Gilbert Arenas said, look who showed up for the big announcement at Swaggy P at Gil's Arena. Season 5 is moving to Playmaker. Show me the money. And if you guys don't know, the Playmaker, they host the Big Pod with Shaq. They host the Roommate Show. That's Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart's podcast. They also host the NFG Show and Get Got Pod. Those you guys can see on their socials. And I'm pretty sure they host a list of other podcasts as well. So yeah, guys, Gil's Arena, season 5, they found their home. And that's Gilbert Arenas' response back to Rashad McCants sending out diss messages, man. So, hey, it's looking like Rashad McCants is not going to be over here with the new Gil's Arena cast and crew. So I would like for you guys to...
I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with this fit hard though. Like, I feel like you can never go wrong with teams though, like, especially these brown teams, like the high top teams. You can never go wrong with teams, but I need to get me some teams. Actually, I can't lie. But that's it for today though. That's it for today. Rashad McCants, Ducker. You can't say McCants without cants. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just hating right now. But like this, but still though, he caused this on himself. You know, he was tap dancing and yeah. So that happens to him. But that's, by the way, it's gonna be fine. He's been in worse situations before, so I mean, that's not the first time nor the last time, but it's alright. Comment down below what you feel about the situation and like, share, subscribe. Let's see what we have next. Let's see.
Stop. Wait. Stop. Everybody has to hate, but like, what did I do? I didn't really do nothing. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's obviously not, because you're sending your community.
I didn't send anybody.
But if you sit here and you continue to talk about it, it's gonna make me look bad. No, I'm not okay, because you're literally sending me over stupid, bro.
Every time
Yeah. I mean, you did something stupid though, so you acted stupid and I mean, yeah. Stupid. This is the last video, bro. I can't lie. I'm probably gonna go just after this. Get some assignments too, you know. And today there's a video by that was a bad intro. And today we have a video by Novlee titled "The Lacy Situation is Bad." As you can see, he's getting his leg pulled by this girl right here. And mind you, he is on a wheelchair. So I think that's enough preview for what we're going to see right now. That's, by the way, like, share, subscribe. Comment down below what you feel about this video, how I can improve the video, and how I can improve my reactions and, you know, everything. You know. But let's dive right into the video and let's see what we have here today.
Stop. Everybody has to hate, but like, what did I do? I didn't really do nothing. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's obviously not, because you're sending your community.
I didn't send anybody.
But if you sit here and you continue to talk about it, it's gonna make me look bad. No, I'm not okay, because you're literally sending me over stupid, bro.
Every time I open up my phone and I see something about streaming.
I ain't gonna lie. So you do something stupid, they're sending you death threats because, well, I guess granted, that's bad, right? But still though, because you did something stupid, man, I ain't gonna lie, these people are stupid, bro. I can't lie.
University. Normally it could be something good, like Ludwig, an agent, along with Senate teaching classes with very valuable information. But most of the time, I see all of the drama, which I'm normally happy about. It helps me make YouTube videos, but consistently seeing back-to-back issues that could easily be solved if people just acted their age starts to get annoying. And that's what feels like happened in this Lacy situation, where a streamer went too far for a clip, messing up his already torn ACL and then trying to make it seem like she was actually the victim.
He had the torn ACL? ACL. That's crazy, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know he had a torn ACL.
But I don't want to yap too much, so why don't we just start from the very beginning with who even are any of these people and how do we get here in the first place?
Yeah, so I was a semi-professional basketball player. I played for the Lakers G League team. It's called the Los Angeles Sparks.
I played for them and I tore it, my ACL, and I started streaming.
For anyone who's unaware, no, he is not actually a G League basketball player. Y'all probably already knew that if you clicked on this video, though. That's Lacey, a very well-known streamer who started getting big in this space off of Fortnite, doing collabs, and most recently has transitioned into doing a lot of IRLs with the rest of his group named Core, along with a few desktops here and there. And obviously by this video, you can tell he was also accepted into Streamer University, where he has an entire gag of being in a wheelchair because he has a messed up ACL.
Dean, guess what, Dean? I didn't go. Get your Fortnite playing the my face. I didn't go to the party, Dean. Dean. I didn't go. I respect it.
That's what you get. You need help. You good? Hey, look where all this Friday got you, Dean. All the ground.
You bougie as how much it cost?
Only 1,000.
Really?
Yes.
I'm finna buy one of these. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, inside of a locker? You ever been pushed off that wheelchair? Lucky.
You could probably tell where I'm going with this because of that clip, but with Lacey's gag being that he is in a wheelchair, a lot of people came up and tried to mess with him because of that fact, either moving his own wheelchair, taking him out of said wheelchair, or just making fun of the fact that he apparently can't walk. I put can't walk in quotes because he can obviously walk, just not long distances. And because of the other people seeing this and certain students feeling like, oh, they can joke along with Lacey, one person decided to take it way too far recently after Your Rage decided to push Lacey out of his wheelchair.
Please. Give me the wheelchair. Get out.
Don't lie. So see this shit right here. You keeping pushing your yeah. Jesus, bro.
It's my life.
I need it. Get out.
Stop.
Wait.
Ow.
Oh my God.
You can't extend that.
You're probably sitting there wondering like, dang, that clip went way too far very quickly. I mean, Your Rage did the same thing that Kai and the rest of some other people did by kicking Lacey out of his chair and taking it, and that really isn't too far because that's already happened before and it's Your Rage. Him and Lacey actually know each other and are cool, but this random streamer that he does not know, I'll tell you right now, he doesn't know her, came up to him and not only was putting a camera in his face, but also tried to pull off his shoes while also pulling on the leg that he has a torn ACL on. You would say that's going way too far, and so would Lacey and the rest of the people around them. That's why they had such a visceral reaction to everything that went on. And even after that happened, the girl ended up actually walking away, but when she came back to apologize, Lacey said everything was fine, it's okay, he's just in a lot of pain, and she obviously didn't know, so it's not that big of a deal.
Somebody extended your shit? Somebody extended it?
Yeah.
You need a wheelchair?
No, I'm done.
You sure? Like you're shaking.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of pain right now.
I'm back to apologize.
It's okay.
Because that was bad.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. You need anything? Huh? You need anything? Yeah, no, I'm good.
Jack, can y'all
stream hop and figure it out?
right now, like
No, you're okay.
whatever you need to know, because I feel really bad. Like I was trying to be funny, but
No, I know. You're okay. You didn't know. It's okay. I promise.
no, I didn't know.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. You probably thought it was.
No,
like, you
but
didn't
I
know.
still feel bad though.
No, I know. But you're okay. I promise. You're good.
Now with an interaction like that, you're probably wondering how could this possibly be a drama video if they just squashed it right there? And I wish I could say, yeah, it was just done and over with and people just went their separate ways. Understandably, Lacey and his community were pretty upset. Not like Lacey sat here and told people to send her hate or say anything bad about her, but it is Streamer U. People can easily find out who's there by just hopping in the categories and finding out who she was. And because of that, a bunch of people were going to her chat, her socials, and sending her a ton of hate. Unwarranted and not because anyone said to do it. People were genuinely just trying to chat hop to find out where Lacey's wheelchair is, and that was the only thing Lacey, his cameraman, or really any other friends around him told them to do. But because of the amount of hate that she was getting, she eventually even came back again to talk to Lacey because people were saying wild things to her.
I mean, you keep talking about me like, why are you trying to hate on me? That's so crazy. Yes, I'm sorry. I did not mean to pull you off of this.
I was trying to pull your shoe off.
Yeah, but
you
when
didn't mean to
scream,
pull my leg when I'm
stop.
screaming,
It
stop,
pain.
it hurts.
Come on, it's a guy in a wheelchair.
What was your
Is
intent
this
when
not
you walked over
is this not
and
a
were
big
hitting
enough
him in the face with
indicator
your
of
phone?
a leg injury for you to pull someone's leg?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's obviously not because you're sending your community to
I didn't
attack
send
me.
anybody.
But if you sit here
I
and you
can't
continue to talk about it, it's gonna make me look bad, you know? Like I get it. I can't. I made myself look bad. You're right.
I ain't gonna lie. So the thing about this, right, is that she did what she did. I guess. Well, I'm not gonna like blame her completely though, because like she saw the people doing it and she decided to take it up another level. So I mean, there's blame for that. But like, I feel she should have stopped once he said like he was feeling pain and everything, right? So yeah, that's not about that. But then like just take the L and like stop, don't come back, because his community sending hate to you. You're coming back. You're bringing more life to this. You're just like pouring oil or like fuel in on a fire, so it's gonna light up faster. You just take the L and just go, bro. Like it's not that deep. Well, it's that deep, but like it's not really that deep at all.
But I'm apologizing now, and I'm taking accountability.
That's fine.
But it's like when you continue to sit here and talk about it, it's gonna, of course, drag it on. You know?
I'm so sorry that I'm dragging it on. I'm so sorry.
You're not though.
No, I'm so sorry because dragging
But
it on
that's
so
why I
bad.
came back.
Not the pain that my knee's in. So sorry that I'm dragging it for you. Oh.
Who's crying? I'm not crying.
No, I'm crying.
I'm just thinking about how disrespectful you were to me when you talked to me and you called me out of my name.
What are you talking about? I haven't talked to you.
Here comes the old.
You did though.
No one said your name, bro.
I never said he said my name. I said he came up to me.
No, what are you talking
the
about?
gaslighting and the manipulation.
I ain't gonna lie. She might low-key be retarded though, because like she's trying to make up stuff and like, no, he never said your name. He never came up to you. You came up to him. You pulled his leg. So yeah, she might be a little bit retarded. Nah, she definitely is a little bit retarded though. So don't ban me, please, YouTube.
It's crazy though.
Yo, his ACL is torn and you're pulling on his leg. You're whack as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
I already here's the thing. I already apologized.
Why were you smacking me in the
It
face?
seems like you care more about what people think of you.
That's
than
exactly what it is. Because not
did.
once have you mentioned, oh, is your leg okay? You haven't asked if my leg goes okay once.
This interaction right here was so unnecessary, so unwarranted. As creators, when you amass a large enough audience, you obviously can't control everybody. So when Lacey was sitting here having this conversation with her and told her to her face, yo, it's okay, you didn't know. He also said later when she had walked off, yo, she didn't know, don't send hate. It's not that serious, because it truly isn't. But not every single person in there is about to listen to him. So the people that did go and sent her hate and made her feel like she had to walk back over there is pretty wild, because again, it just seems like she doesn't really care about how Lacey is doing, if he's okay, about any of her actions. She just cares about actually being perceived as well by not only people on the internet, but the other creators there, so that they don't act weird towards her, even though she did the weirdest thing possible. Again, before she even pulled on Lacey's leg, they mentioned in the beginning of the clip she was tapping her phone on his face for no real reason. And Lacey is not cool with this person. They apparently had one other interaction, if that, and she came and did all of this, trying to be funny, going way too far for content, not understanding you can't joke like this because y'all aren't actually cool. This isn't your friend. And some reason, this clip continues on with her trying to go back and forth for not only Lacey, but the rest of the core boys and everybody else that was there.
All you care about is
Like
what
if he
people
didn't
think.
have,
came back
if he
and
said
I
this to
literally said,
5
I'm
people, would you still have the same reaction? Probably not. Right? That's what you care
I
about more. No,
would.
you just care about that more. It's clear as day.
It's really
You
not
mentioned it 10
though.
times.
I called you out of name. I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to Rage.
You were though. You literally ran your scooter into me.
I ran.
And then you said,
I ran my
you said, please get the fuck out of my way.
What?
I will, on God, I will go back and clip it.
The gaslighting or feeling is crazy.
No, it really is though. Because I will go back and clip it. Because I said something to my community as soon as it happened though. I was like, Lacey, who are you talking to? He said, oh, it was AI. When I said something to you the next time, you literally said it was
Just
wrong.
we've never, no one's ever spoken to you in your life.
This was like 3 days ago.
What are you talking about? We've never spoken to you in your life.
I'm not talking about nobody except Lacey because Marcus was there. Marcus was there.
Talking about something 3 days ago? Marcus wasn't here 3 days ago.
I wasn't. Yeah, he was, and Lacey was as well. I know I'm not crazy. It's good though. I'm saying this right now. I apologize. I was trying to be funny and pull your shoe off. I wasn't trying to take you out of your wheelchair. If you want to drag it and continue to drag it with your community, okay.
So you just dragged it by coming over here.
Because you have people sending that's already based off of that whole situation.
If there's 70,000 people watching my stream, I can't control every one of them.
You're right, but you have an influence.
You can go back in the VOD.
But you can say something
to
have an influence.
Guess what I did say? I said, guys, don't send her hate. She didn't know. That's what I said.
But you continue to talk about it, and then when I come over here...
You have no brain. Your brain is gone.
Don't get it messed up. Everybody is in streamer you to clip form. Everybody is taking it too far here and there on an occasion, and it's just about the way that you react afterwards. I've seen other streamers, even bigger content creators, overstep bounds numerous times, and normally if you can just have an actual conversation about it, most people don't care. Even Lacey in that situation initially, yes, he was probably mad, he was probably upset, but when she first came up to him, he literally told her to her face, yo, you didn't know. It's okay. If you just kept that apology and kept it pushing, it would not be as big as it is now, because there were other things he could have talked about you doing in that initial moment that were actually rude and out of the way before you even pulled on his leg, and he didn't go there. But the fact that she's trying to come up and flip the entire script and make it seem like it's all his fault, he's the one that should have to apologize, he ended up apologizing to begin with, is insane. And what goes further into that is the fact that she was talking about the situation again on her own stream and made it seem like Lacey was just some big bad guy that did something to her.
It seems like I did like real bad. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I don't think I did real bad because he talked to me really crazy, and I was just trying to talk shit back in like an ongoing beef between us, but it wasn't even really beef for real. It was just like fake up beef, but it was like I was trying to beef with him, but he was trying to beef with me too, but it was like we wasn't really beefing for real. But like on another note, we kind of was beefing, which is why I just feel like it's crazy because I have to be like this person and everybody has to hate, but like what did I do? I didn't really do nothing. And if I really did something, it would be something that would be said and everybody would hate, but like everybody don't hate on me. There's people out there that think I'm like the demon.
Turn the camera. Turn, get off of them. You okay?
Yeah. No, I'm not okay because they're literally sending me over stupid shit, bro. What?
In case I had to say this and you didn't know, no, I don't think anybody should be sending her any type of hate or going to this type of extent in order to defend Lacey, especially when the streamer you're trying to defend doesn't want you to defend them. And she is still a person at the end of the day with feelings, so there's no reason people should be going out here and trying to put her down when they try to squash the situation. Now, if people are genuinely upset like any of the core boys or Lacey themselves, that's a whole different story. But the fact that she is trying to flip the script and not only play the victim in certain people's streams to the point of even turning off her own stream and going up to other people is wild for me to see, because the entire interaction didn't have to happen. There wouldn't be a video if she just kept it cordial and had that initial reaction of, hey, I didn't know, Lacey says it's okay, and they just go their separate ways. The fact that there's getting more and more clips and more people are talking about it is because she kept going back up to him and trying to have this conversation, and instead of it looking like you're being genuine and trying to care and remend the actions that you had, it just looks like you're trying to put on a PR response so that people think you actually care when you don't.
A good measure, and let this be a lesson to other creators too, okay? Real lesson. If you don't know someone and y'all not on joking terms like that, where you have the ability to even say some shit like that, then don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. I think people a lot of times are like, oh my God, but they troll all the time. They troll. And they try to write everything off as trolling, but trolling and disrespect are two different things. People who troll me because they know me. Oh, and then the Lacey thing too, bro. I know Lacey trolls a lot. I troll Lacey. I met Paybae. I met her and she's awesome. She was so nice. And like, I hope that she apologizes. Cause like, again, it's a thing. It's like trolling versus, You know what I mean? It's trolling versus disrespect. People don't know.
Good thing Streamer U was a place where you were there to learn, you were there to engage, and you were there to better not only your content, but yourself. And a lot of people were sitting here at Streamer U doing that actively, not only getting into these dramas, but also going to these classes, going around these people. And unfortunately, some people still need to learn this lesson. Regardless of when you learn it, I hope that her getting this type of advice from not only big streamers like Senna, but even some of the people that were around Lacey helps her move forward in a different way next time. At the end of the day though, that is just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best place to do that would be the comment section down below, because this video was unfortunately over. But if you did enjoy this video, maybe consider giving it a like. And if you enjoy content like this, maybe
shout out to the vid, shout out to this nigga right here. What's his name? Nov Lee. I'm gonna sub up to my boy Nov Lee. Sub to my boy Nov Lee. Yeah, good ass vid. Good ass vid. Love you all. See y'all later. I gotta go. Probably go get some work done. But as by the way, like, share, subscribe, comment down below whatever you feel about this video, how I can, you know, improve the video and everything like that. And I'm gonna see y'all later. See y'all later. I'll probably stream tonight too. I'll probably stream tonight too for like, let's say about an hour, and I'll probably sleep. But yeah, see you all later.